Hello, everyone. I'm Rebecca Lombardo, host of VendorVibes. Today, I'm here with Jamie from Eviivo. Hello, Jamie.
Hey Rebecca, how are you?
Good, thanks. Thanks for joining me. So tell me, what is Eviivo?
Vivo, great question. It's a wonderful. We're a PMS company. We're actually a software as a solution. So we actually are bringing to the United States a partner that can be used in multiple different verticals. So not only in vacation rentals, but we also populate in bed and breakfast, innkeepers, hotels, independent, luxury, boutique. We have a software that actually fits. It's not just a one size fits all. It's a one size fits many, which is very unique to the United States. So we're very excited about our launch and really putting a dedicated effort into growing our brand in the United States.
Welcome to the US. What would you say makes Eviivo unique or special?
Yeah, it's a great question because there's so many great, obviously, other companies that consider themselves as property management software, and what really makes Eviivo special is really our power behind the brand, right? So Eviivo Suite, Eviivo Suite is basically it's kind of like eight silver bullets, right? That all come together to make this amazing software. We have the ability for you to have a property manager versatility, so you can actually manage your properties, manage your inventory. We have the ability for channel manager, where we have a very robust integration with all the different OTAs. We like to do something we call, but essentially, you set it and you forget it, right? And the reason that we say it that way is that you don't have to waste your time going from extranet to extranet when you're in the Vivo suite, because of the robust integrations we have with our partners and these OTAs. It's all right there. You never have to leave. Where sometimes when you're working with other companies, you may have to jump from one website landing page to another to be able to control your back end and your day to day. With the Vivo Suite, it's all located right there. We have the website manager, so we give you that versatility. We can help build you a website that ties into basically your booking calendar. We have your payment manager. We have your performance manager, where you can look at your reports, generate KPIs, look at your business, make planning, make decisions, if it's a certain seasonality, if you want to adjust the rates. We have owner manager, right? So that's going to obviously apply probably in the vacation rental site a world when you're looking to coordinate and work with different owners and being able to give them permissions to be able to manage their day to day as well. And of course, we have the guest manager, which is very important when it comes to communications. When you want to have that unified inbox, you want to be able to have the messaging not only for your incoming guest or your in-stay guest, but any communications that come from those OTA partnerships that we discussed, being able to communicate and get that messaging. And it's very important in this day and age, especially when we're talking to, like, maybe in the bed and breakfast, where that is it's kind of a hands-on white glove service. You got these little owner operators that may be doing this for the last 30 years, and they have somebody like Rebecca Lombardo that comes in and they know everything about you. And so they know that you like a certain type of wine, or they like a certain type of how you like your pillows fluffed or something along those lines. They can communicate and say, hey, we know you're coming. We're excited. We put that high linen thread count on those bed. We can take care of you. And that's why you keep coming back in that regard.
Oh, I
And the
love
last piece,
I
yeah,
love
it's
what we have on file that I prefer Chardonnay and downfilled. Like that's fantastic to know.
and that's what's important, right? That's what hospitality so phenomenal. So it's amazing when you take this Eviivo suite, and the tagline in the industry, and we obviously have been doing this quite a long time, is all in one, right? All in one booking platform, and everybody uses that. But really, if you step back and look at Eviivo, because we were founded in 2011, and we obviously were operating in Europe, and so really it's the cloud-based platform that really has really taken the idea of this all in one and put it together and really expanded all in one, not only vacation rentals, but for bed and breakfast, for hotels, for unique lodging accommodations, which is an area I love and I fully expect to continue to grow. But if you want to stay in a windmill, you want to stay in a castle, you want to stay in a boat, Eviivo software, Eviivo Suite can actually help you in any type of lodging, short-term accommodations in that regard.
Excellent. So, normally I would ask, like, what is a good fit for you guys in terms of scale? So, by sharing that like variety of type of stay, does that mean there's no limitation in like the number of properties?
No, that's a great question. And number one, absolutely not. I mean, obviously, um, we have 28,000 accommodations on our platform right now, and that basically relates to about 660,000 bookings per month. And so what's exciting about that is, I like to call Eviivo at this point the most powerful PMS hotel software that you never heard about, right? We were both at VRMA just recently. It's amazing when people stare at your badge. And, we had our booth for our first time. Even though I've been to many of those events, but for the first time, and everybody's like, well, who are you? And what are you? And how many eyes does it take to make a word? And so we talk through, and then that opens the door, obviously, to having that communication. So to answer your question, when it comes to scale, our software is powerful enough to do onesie and twosies, which I love to say in Europe, or we can look at the enterprise model as well. So for vacation rental management companies, it's great because in this scenario, we can handle a small company of a host that is a super host, all the way to those enterprise customers that are looking to say, not only do I have an amazing inventory of properties that are my rental program, thinking about doing this hybrid model, which is growing in this industry, where I have 20 homes that are dedicated standalone vacation rentals, but I'm also looking at adding a motel or a hotel in part of it. And so this hybrid idea is that you got to find the right software. It's going to allow you to be able to capture operational efficiencies on both sides of the spectrum.
Amazing. So, what would you say is kind of like your favorite client story to tell? Like if you could share, this is why our clients love us so much. What
Sure,
would
absolutely.
you say?
Yeah, we have an amazing client that's in. So I live in Indiana. I live in the Midwest. Oftentimes in the world of vacation rentals, everybody kind of associates the southeast part of the United States, and then of course you get the West Coast and the Southwest, and we're seeing a lot of, there's very much seasonality, right? We have the beach crowd, then we have the shoulder season crowd, which is the leaf, crowd, which all us Hoosiers drive down to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge to look at all the leaves change and then get infested with ladybugs that seem to be always, percolating at that time of year. And then we have a little catch our breath, as we're all vendors, we're always on the road, we're always traveling to all these different events, and we get into the ski season. And so for us, I think a lot of times, and the people in Michigan will love this because I know that it's a beautiful area along the western side going towards Lake Michigan. But we have this amazing client that's in the center of Ohio, and they have a tremendous amount of properties that are what I call unique lodging, right? So they have these amazing cabins, they have these amazing, this amazing park around it, and then they have this amazing tree houses. And people think, one, why would I go to Ohio to have a vacation? And then number two, why would I stay in this cabin that I think in my mind is a regular cabin? And because we've been able to align with our client and basically build this reputation, and really from day one, it's been an amazing experience because as they continue to grow and get these unique opportunities, we've been able to grow with them and support them. And so, hey, can you do a yurt? Sure. Can you do a castle? I mean, there's no castles. I'm sorry. Can you do a boat or a windmill or a treehouse? So that's a very unique inventory, and it's a great story to tell. And it's amazing when you look at their website and you look at their inventory. You're thinking, my goodness, how do they tie this all together? And that's what really is fun for us, is because it's a really personal relationship. We have a dedicated team that supports them and gives them all the resources they need. Anything that's new that we roll out, it's always important to help make sure that they have that implementation, that ramp up period, so they understand how to maximize the software at the end of the day, because they truly are unique as opposed to, a standard. I'm in this silo, I'm a vacation rental. I'm in this silo, I'm a bed and breakfast, and I'm in this silo, I'm a hotel. The obviously experience for us allows us to be better across all facets of industry verticals.
And if somebody wants to work with you, is there anything that they need to have in place already, like a prerequisite? Like, do they need to have a website? Do they need to have an accounting person? Like, what do they need to have in place?
So that's the best question of the day. I love it. And that's why with the Vivo Suite, we can give you every single asset you possibly need. If you need a website, we can give you a website. If you need accounting, we can do with our performance mounting and our payment manager, we can help build that for you on the back end. If you want distribution, as we talked about earlier, we can give you that simply one click, set it and forget it, and you can move forward and you're on any channels you want. Our integrations with Expedia, TripAdvisor, Airbnb, VRBO, the list goes on and on and on. I was trying, honestly, I was trying to get a number of integration partners we have, and the number is pretty robust. I couldn't get my team to respond quickly enough, but it's easily over 50 plus. So any type of nuance, any type of I need a certain type of there's what I would call it an ISV, independent software vendor. So Price Labs, Intuit, Stripe, First Data, Key Data, Open Key. I mean, they're going to love me because I'm just name drop everybody's name, but we can still give you those access points. So if you have a great idea and you want to become a host and you have one or two properties, we can be that first partner with you. We can guide you with our team. We have an amazing team based in Austin, Texas, here in the United States. And we can set you from 1 to 2 properties in year 1, scale you to 10 properties in year 2, grow you to 25 properties in year 3, and then the world's on fire. And then who knows where you go from there.
Sounds exciting. So if somebody hears this and they want to get in touch with you, what's the best way?
Yeah, the best way would be sales at Eviivo. Let me spell that EVIIVO.com. And you can also reach out to me directly. I'm on LinkedIn. Again, Jamie King. But it's amazing to be able to take somebody on this journey, right? It's very important that I think that when it comes to software, there's a lot out there, and all software companies are good, right? I can't sit there and say that we're better than everybody else, but I can say you can definitely shop, but also very much pay attention to onboarding. You know what is important to you? What is your timelines? Don't get stuck in that minutia of saying we'll get you up and going in 2 days, and then a month later you're still figuring out why am I not fully onboarded. So just be aware of that. I think that's important, and also look at what your features are. What are your goals, and make sure you're aligning with a partner when it comes to a PMS partner that can give you that distribution model, can get you if you want to book direct and you want to build your own website and you want to be able to manage your properties. And more importantly, if you want to have a really an app for your phone that gives you all the versatility that you would have if you're sitting at your desk, look at Eviivo, because we have an amazing app for our phone that truly lets you look at your business snapshot every morning, every afternoon, on a coffee break, picking your kids up. You can manage your business off the mobile app that Eviivo provides. So it's very important to have that flexibility.
Well, they're all on their phones, so that's
I
good
know,
to
I
hear.
know, right? We want to transform your work life balance, right? Especially if you're relatively new and you're managing everything. You get into this industry for a reason. Either you were a renter and you said, you know what, I really love this part of the country. I want to stay here full time and I want to bring other people down. That's a lot of times what I see is people open up a business when it comes to vacation rentals in an area that they love. And then, of course, once they're there, they're like, why are there so many people coming down here? Well, it's because it's an amazing place to be, right? So, what we're looking to do is to help you as a client or potential client achieve more with less work, because what we're doing is transforming that work-life balance, and we want you to continue to blossom and grow to where you want to scale to be.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for explaining all of this today. I really appreciate your time.
Wonderful. This has been great, Rebecca, and I'm glad we had a chance to do this.
Me too. Cheers, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.